Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So friends, in the earlier video we have started a new chapter, that is the financial ratio, where we have discussed about the two important ratio, that is the liquidity ratio and current ratio. So continuing to that, this is our lecture 18 and here this is basically your part 2 of the financial ratio. Here we will discuss some more ratios, that is the activity turnover ratio, stock ratio and other ratio we will basically discuss. So this will again important lecture for you, and if you are basically the student who are basically want to get good marks in the final semester exam, then try to incorporate all that things, and try to basically understand all these lecture very carefully, because this is gonna again saying as very important. अदर आपका एग्जाम में 10 मार्क्स का डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन में आ सकता है दैट एक्सप्लेन वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ रेशियो और व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय एक्टिविटी रेशियो एंड लिक्विडिटी रेशियो, व्हाट द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द वेरियस टू रेशियो, सो दे मे आस्क, सो बी केयरफुल गाइस. So let me start the lecture without wasting our time. So first ratio that we are going to discuss, that is the activity or turnover ratio. So let me start the activity or turnover ratio. So what is actually it means by activity or turnover ratio? So turnover ratio basically exhibit the activity level. Clear from the word that activity ratio means it will depict the activity level that is characterized by the capacity of business to make more sales or turnover. Means it basically help to get the more sales or more turnover. Means it basically depict the how sale is basically propagating. So activity ratio express the number of times asset employed, or for that matter any constituent of asset is basically turned into sale. Means it basically depict the ratio expressed in the number of time assets. Means कितने time भाई assets जो employed हुआ है, it will basically constitute for the asset. It is turned into sales. Means किस तरह से भाई जो भी रेशियो और यू कैन से जो टाइम एसेट्स और यू कैन से अकॉर्डिंग टू टाइम गैप किस तरह से कन्वर्ट हुआ इन द सेल. हायर टर्नओवर रेशियो मींस बेटर यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ एसेट एंड सिग्निफिकेंट इंपॉर्टेंट और यू कैन से सिग्निफिकेंट इंप्रूव्ड इफिशियंसी एंड प्रोबेबिलिटी एंड सच are known as the efficiency ratio. So activity turnover ratio अगर high रहा, it will depict that all goods or you can say all assets are using in a efficient way. So that's why activity ratio or turnover ratio also called the efficiency ratio. So exam में आपको short question पूछा जा सकता है that activity ratio is also called as what? So you can tell that efficiency ratio. So activity ratio, if it is higher, it depicts that all the assets are using, or basically all the assets are utilizing in a good way. Or you can say in a good means. So activity turnover ratio is also called efficiency ratio. So exam में आपको डायरेक्ट ये पूछ सकता है, और they may also ask that why activity ratio are called as efficiency ratio. So you have to give this answer. Now the important activity ratio calculated under this category are, means by using the activity or turnover ratio we can calculate the stock turnover ratio or debtor turnover or receivable. You can say creditor payable turnover. So these are the basically various activity ratio that is came into this category. So next is creditor turnover, investment turnover, then fixed asset turnover and working capital turnover. So these are the various ratio that come under the activity turnover ratio. So we will discuss part by part all these important 6 ratio too. So similarly आप फिर से मैं बोलता हूँ activity turnover ratio it depict the how efficiently assets are basically using. So I hope clear. Let me start our first, that is what is stock turnover ratio. So stock turnover ratio is basically formula is cost of goods sold upon average stock. Similarly आप means आपका कोई पूछने जाएगा that what you mean by stock turnover ratio. Just they will ask the questions or they will may ask the formula. So what is the basically stock turnover ratio formula? Cost of goods sold upon average stock. So let me come to an example. After that it will be much clear. So from the following information calculate the stock turnover ratio. Opening stock they have given 18,000, wages they have given 14,000, closing stock they have given 22,000, sales they have provided 80,000, purchase they have provided 46,000 and carriage inward they have provided 44,000. So these are the value they have already provided to you. Now from that you have to basically calculate the stock turnover ratio. So stock turnover ratio calculate करने के लिए क्या करना का, first of all you have to find the cost of goods sold. So cost of goods sold formula is what? Opening stock plus purchase plus direct expense plus minus closing stock. मीन जितना ओपनिंग स्टॉक आपका था, परचेज कितना किया, डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस कितना किया, सबको ऐड करके माइनस क्लोजिंग स्टॉक. अदरवाइज आपको ये फॉर्मूला ध्यान में रखना होगा. कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड इक्वल टू ओपनिंग स्टॉक प्लस परचेज प्लस डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस माइनस क्लोजिंग स्टॉक. सो ऑल द वैल्यू दे हैव ऑलरेडी गिवन. ओपनिंग स्टॉक they have given 18,000, closing stock they have already given at the 22,000, purchase they have given at the 46,000. So just you have to do the calculation, you will get the value as 60,000 here. So you will get the value of cost of goods sold is 60,000. Now average stock is equal to what? Average stock is opening stock plus closing stock upon 2. जब भी भाई एवरेज निकालना होता है क्या होता है? Sum of this by number of time that they got. Okay. So similarly average stock is equal to opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2. So opening stock they have already provided, closing stock they have already provided. So just you have to do the sum and you will get the value as 18,000 plus 22,000 upon 2, that is 20,000. Okay, or you can say 40,000 upon 2, that is 20,000. So thus you have got the value of average stock and cost of goods sold. Now stock turnover ratio is equal to what? Stock turnover ratio is equal to average stock upon cost of goods sold. So just 60,000 divided by upon 20,000. Okay, so sorry guys, stock turnover ratio means cost of goods sold upon average stock. So just you have to do the calculation, you will get the value as 3 times. Okay, so just thus you have got the value of the stock turnover ratio is 3 times. Just आपको भाई ये फॉर्मूला याद रखना है. ओके, दैट इज द कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड अपॉन एवरेज स्टॉक. सो क्वेश्चन में आपको डायरेक्ट बोल दिया गया होगा या यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट द कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड. ओके, इन सम क्वेश्चन यू मे बेसिकली दे में गिव द वैल्यू ऑफ एवरेज स्टॉक डायरेक्टली एंड जस्ट यू हैव टू फाइंड द करेंट गुड्स सोल्ड. ओके, सो आपको फॉर्मूला बस ये सब ध्यान रखना, देन यू कैन इजीली गेट दिस. Let me come to our next important ratio, that is the debtors turnover ratio. So what is actually the formula of this? So debtor turnover ratio is basically net credit sales upon average accounts receivable. Okay, so आपको बस formula रखना. Remember guys, in this part actually in turnover ratio you have to remember lots of formulas. So आप formula को याद रखें. You have to make a formula in a particular copy. Okay, 1-2 पेज में formula बना ले, daily देखते रहे उसको, so that you will get clear cut idea about this. Okay, now average account receivable is what? Average account receivable equal to opening debtor and bill receivable plus closing debtor bill receivable divided by 2. Okay, so average account receivable कैसे निकालेंगे? Opening debtor bill receivable plus closing debtor bill receivable divided by 2. Okay, let me come to the question. After that it will be clear for you. So calculate debtor turnover ratio from the following information. They have given total sale 4 lakh, cash sale 20% of total sale, means cash sale आपको indirect way में दिया है 20% of total sale. Total sale means 4 lakh का 20% you have to calculate, then you will get the value of cash sale. Debtor on 1/1/2004 they have given 40,000. Debtor on 31st December 2004 they have given the 1,20,000. Okay, so just you have to calculate the debtor turnover ratio. So for that guys, मैं ऑलरेडी बताया डेब्टर टर्नओवर रेशियो के लिए सबसे पहले आपको निकालना होगा नेट क्रेडिट सेल अपॉन एवरेज अकाउंट रिसीवेबल, और एवरेज अकाउंट रिसीवेबल के लिए ओपनिंग डेब्टर एंड बिल रिसीवेबल प्लस क्लोजिंग डेब्टर बिल रिसीवेबल यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट. ओके, सो लेट मी कम टू द सॉल्यूशन. सो एवरेज डेब्टर इक्वल टू व्हाट? 40,000 प्लस 1,20,000 अपॉन 2 मींस 40,000 प्लस 1,22 मींस टोटल सेल प्लस डेब्टर को कैलकुलेट करेंगे, देन यू विल गेट द एवरेज डेब्टर. Similarly, cash sale they have already given in indirect way that 20% of total sale. So 20% of total sale is what here? 4 lakh. So you will get the value of as 80,000. So आपको cash sale मिल गया, average debtor मिल गया. Now coming to the next, that is the net credit sales. So net credit sales equal to what? Total sales minus cash sale. Okay. So total sale they have already provided that 4 lakh. Cash sale we already get, that is the 80,000. So you have to do subtraction. You will get the value of 3,20,000. Okay. Now coming to last, that is the what is debtor turnover ratio. So already we have calculated net credit sale. Okay, net credit sale क्या होगा? 3,20,000 and already we have got the average debtor, that is 80,000. So just you have to apply the formula and you will get the value as 4 times. Okay, so easy guys, but you have to know the formula. आपको पता रहना चाहिए किसको किसमें प्लस करना है and to which basically parameter I have to do subtraction. Let me come to our next very important ratio, that is the creditor turnover ratio. So just उसका उल्टा कर सकते हैं आप, that is the creditor turnover ratio. So creditor turnover ratio formula is net credit purchase upon average account payable, and where average account payable equal to again opening creditor bill payable plus closing creditor bill payable upon 2. Similar है guys, आपको आप कर सकते हैं कि debtor turnover ratio में यहाँ भी average account payable निकाल लेते हैं, and here we are basically just finding net credit sale, and here basically we are finding the net credit purchase. Okay, so both are same. Let me come to one example. After that it will be clear for you too. So calculate the creditor turnover ratio from the following figure. Creditor purchase they have given in 2000 is 12 lakh. Creditor plus bill payable they have already given, the value is 4 lakh. Creditor plus bill payable on 31st December, that is 2 lakh. Okay, means 1 January 2005 को 4 lakh है and 31st December को भाई 2 lakh है. Okay, so let me come to a solution that how we will calculate here. So here it is easy that average creditor is equal to what? 4 lakh plus 2 lakh divided by 2. 4 lakh plus 2 lakh divided by 2 means bill payable bill receivable के what? दोनों का को subtract करके आप average निकल जाएगा, that is by 2. So just you have to do the calculation you will get the value as 3 lakh. Similarly, creditor turnover ratio formula you have to just apply, that is the net credit purchase upon average account payable. So net credit purchase they have already given, that is the 12 lakh. Okay, net credit they have already given. मैं already बोला कि क्वेश्चन में आपको डायरेक्ट दे दिया गया होगा, otherwise you have to calculate. So here we have already means they have already provided the value, so just you have to apply the formula and you will get the value. So 12 lakh upon 3 lakh, that will be 4 times. Okay, so thus you will get the value creditor turnover ratio is equal to 4. Now let me move to our next very important ratio, that is the solvency ratio. Very important ratio. And again guys, once your short question came from this part, okay, so be careful in understanding this. Okay, so what is actually solvency ratio? So the person who have advanced money to the business on long term basis are interested in safety of their payment. Means जिसके पास भाई advance payment है extra, then they are basically intends that yeah, I have to maintain this safety, okay, for the payment, so that I will not face any problem while purchasing the other product, okay, because they want basically safety. Okay, so for this payment of interest periodically as well as their repayment of principal amount at the end of loan period, means जब loan period end होता है, so that they will get the profit. Okay, so solvency ratio are basically calculated to determine the ability of the business to service or to repay its debt in the long run. Means solvency ratio means what is the ability of business so that it can repay the loan. क्योंकि कोई भी कंपनी भाई, मोस्ट ऑफ द कंपनी आएंगे से 90 to 95% कंपनी लोन लेती है either from private bank or government bank or some other private sectors. Okay, so what is the basically ability of business to repay that loan? वो जो लोन लिए वो repay करने के लिए भाई what is the activity, you can say what is the ratio or what is the percentage that they will repay, that we call it solvency ratio, or it will basically depict the solvency ratio. So following ratio are normally computed for evaluating the solvency ratio. So solvency ratio के लिए भाई ये 3 रेशियो आपको फाइंड करना होगा, डेप्ट इक्विटी रेशियो, टोटल एसेट और टू डेप्ट रेशियो एंड इंटरेस्ट कवरेज रेशियो. सो दीज आर द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द सॉल्वेंसी रेशियो. ओके, सो लेट मी कम टू आवर फर्स्ट, दैट इज द डेप्ट इक्विटी रेशियो और लेवरेज रेशियो क्या होता है. ओके, सो फ्रॉम सिक्योरिटी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर विद लेस डेप्ट एंड मोर इक्विटी इज कंसिडर फेवरेबल. मीन्स मोर लेस डेप्ट रहे और मोर इक्विटी. इक्विटी मीन्स आप कह सकते हैं कि मोर इनकम. ओके, और यू कैन से मोर यू हैव basically investment. Okay, so if you have a more equity and less debt means आपके पास लोन अगर कम है, then company is said to be in a good condition. Okay, but if opposite means if you have a more debt and less equity means your company is not in a good condition. So debt equity ratio favorable condition क्या है? More equity, less debt. So normally it is considered to be the safe if debt equity ratio is 2:1. So if debt equity ratio is 2:1, then it is considered into safe state. Okay, रिमेंबर गाइस, आपको एग्जाम में पूछा जा सकता है दैट व्हाट इज द सेफ स्टेट फॉर द डेप्ट इक्विटी रेशियो. वंस योर शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन मे केम फ्रॉम दिस पार्ट दैट दे मे आस्क द मींस 1 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन दैट व्हाट इज द रेशियो फॉर द सेफ, और यू कैन से डेप्ट इक्विटी रेशियो. ओके, फॉर सेफिंग ऑफ डेप्ट इक्विटी रेशियो व्हाट इज द, और यू कैन से व्हाट इज द गुड वैल्यू ऑफ डेप्ट इक्विटी रेशियो. सो यू हैव टू सेट दैट 2:1. नाउ फॉर्मूला ऑफ कैलकुलेटिंग द डेप्ट इक्विटी रेशियो फंड इज लॉन्ग टर्म डेट अपॉन शेयर होल्डर फंड, where shareholder fund is equal to share capital upon reserve plus surplus. Okay, so I have already discussed this formula too. Okay, now long term fund equal to what? Debenture plus long term loan. So just you have to do the sum and you will get the value of long term fund. Okay, let me come to an example and after that it will be much clear for you. Okay, in getting all these things. So in question what they have said, they have given total liability as 5 lakh, current liability as 1 lakh, share capital as 3,50,000, reserve and surplus is 1,50,000. So you have to basically calculate the debt equity ratio. Okay, so how will we calculate? So long term debt, I already given the formula, that is the total external liabilities minus current liabilities. So total external liability is equal to what? 5 lakh here, and current liability is equal to what? 1 lakh. So just you have to do the subtraction, you will get the value of long term debt, that is the 4 lakh. Similarly shareholder fund, first of all you have to find, क्योंकि मैं already बताया that for calculating the debt equity ratio you must know the long term debt and shareholder fund. So we have calculated the long term debt, now we have to calculate the shareholder fund. So shareholder fund equal to what? Share capital plus reserve. So they have already given the value 3,50,000 plus 1,50,000. So just you have to do the sum and you will get the value of share capital, you can say shareholder fund. Now calculating the last, that is the what is debt equity ratio. Debt equity ratio is equal to what? Long term debt upon shareholder fund. So long term debt I already calculated 40 lakh and 40 lakh and 5 lakh we have already given, that is the shareholder fund. Okay, so just you have to do the calculation, you will get the value as 4:5. Okay, this 4/5 already you have got. So 4 lakh we have got the long term debt and The shareholder fund we have already got, that is the 5 lakh. So just you have to do the sum and you will get the value as 4:5. So I hope clear to you. So आप देख सकते हैं क्वेश्चन में कुछ ज़्यादा मीन्स क्वेश्चन आपको घुमा के नहीं पूछा जाएगा, बट यू हैव टू नो द फॉर्मूला. इफ यू आर नोइंग द फॉर्मूला देन यू कैन इजीली टैकल यू एबल टू सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन. I hope informative to you. If you have any doubt related to anything, feel free to ask here guys, and please support our channel by liking, sharing this video so that more and more students can benefit. Okay, and if you have any suggestion and if you have any query, then feel free to ask your comment here. You can also follow me on Instagram, WhatsApp or Facebook. Okay, so whatever the platform you are comfortable with, you can also ask your doubt. Okay, means WhatsApp for asking doubt, not for following. Okay, but now yeah, channel I have already created too, so you can also follow there. Okay. And you can also join our Telegram group for getting notes free of cost, not only for the economics but other important subjects too. Hope informative to you. Meet you in the next video. Thank you.